Boswell getting things started. Off we go from MetLife Stadium. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. A run made out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. And that play gets nothing. So no gain on the game's first snap.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 9.
Let's go. 1918.
Looking to throw. It's dark. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
3rd down and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Dart. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Okay, ready?
What a call on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Go.
They'll indeed go for it, and it's Dart. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just
We are just east of the U.S. Capitol, about 8 miles or so, at the home of the Commanders, Northwest Stadium in Landover. Coming up, 2 teams ready to square off. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Washington Commanders. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, welcome to this game. Jake Moody going to get it started. Oh, and he gets it all wrong. Penalty flag's going to come in and mark this one out beyond the 40-yard line. On play action, Rodgers. He's going to air one out right away. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And that will lead to a second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
Second down, Rodgers. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Roman Wilson was the intended target. And it's going to be third down.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
Over here.
On third down, Rodgers. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on fourth down. They're indeed going. It's Rodgers. He'll get this into the hands of Austin. And he's going to have the Steelers first down. They convert in style there. Big play on fourth and long.
First down. A gain of 34 yards. First down, Steelers.
Here's Rodgers. He'll find his big target, Pat Fryers. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Rodgers. That is caught. What a throw. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Steelers 7, Commanders nothing. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. Good coverage by the kicking team. Out of bounds, shy of the 20.
Over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Come on. Reload.
Now it's the Arizona product that is Jacory Krosky Merritt. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
On the tackle. 10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches. At the 27
They'll go play action here with Daniel. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
I really like this call, Mike. These are rundowns. Second and short. All right, what do most teams do? Just extend the drive, pick up a first down. This is prime opportunity for play pass, play action, trying to take a shot. Now, it falls incomplete, but you still have third and potentially fourth down, and you only need a couple yards.
Come 19! Come 19! Ready?
Third and short, and it's Daniel. Has his man, it's Samuel. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
For a Commanders first down.
60 Bobcat! 60
First and 10
Bobcat!
at the 35-yard line.
Check!
From the shotgun, it's Daniel. That's to Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. So a pair of first downs moves him out to the 47-yard line. And it's first and 10.
First down.
Seven Pirates!
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
The motion man here is McLaurin. To the air again is Daniels. That's swung out to Krosky-Merritt, and they're going to work this down inside the 45. They'll come up here, first and 10.
That's another Washington Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard
Throwing
line.
again, Daniel. That finds Samuel working across. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
First down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Daniels with a give to Krosky-Merritt. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
He was brought down at the 26. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
So after one, it's the Steelers with the early lead. More after this. You're watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So from the 26-yard line, here's second down and 7. Run over center, that's Krosky-Merritt. Good burrow his way forward for a couple. Derek Harmon in for the tackle.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 4.
79 Broncos! Go!
Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. It's a gain of 10 yards. Good for a Commanders first down. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Trap 60! Trap 60! 60 Eagle! 60 Eagle! 18 Pioneer! Ready?
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And he's in. Harry McLaurin. Touchdown, Commanders.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
That is incomplete. They were trying to take the lead, but they're going to remain down by a point. So, following that touchdown, Moody is back out to kick it off. Oh, that is a duck on the kickoff. Not only doesn't it reach the landing zone, that's going to be spotted beyond the 40-yard line.
258!
On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Ron Payne there for the stop. From the 44-yard line, here's second and 7.
At the 44-yard line.
Play action now with Rodgers. Secured by the veteran Adam Thielen. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
40-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Rogers. He finds Austin with the grab. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
A gain of 5.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That's complete to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
That's good.
15-yard pickup there. Good for a Steeler first down. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Rogers. There's a short one caught by Bryant. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the first down. It'll be 1st and goal.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
Here's a run. Powering forward. He's in. Kenneth Gainwell. Touchdown, Steelers.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Box it, box it, box it, box it.
From the gun, Rogers. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
60 Maverick. Here we go. Stop. 19 Tiger. Panther 11. Panther 11. Cup 19. Cup.
On 1st down, Daniel. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. He was trying to hook up with Deebo Samuel that time, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready. Viking 18. Hey,
The motion man here is McLaurin.
70 Rangers. 70 Rangers.
Throwing on 2nd down, Daniel. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. They'll talk things over before 3rd down.
Come on. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Warrior 70.
To throw is Daniels. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down. On 4th down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. As it comes, that's not going to work out at all. That is a safety. And that is the last thing you want to do, Greg. When you have the ball on offense in your hands and the other team gets points, it is 2 with a safety there.
And it's really a rare play in the NFL, Mike. We just don't see it very often. So anytime a defense gets the run off the field celebrating, getting an easy 2 points, they'll take it.
And he'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Kelly, don't left Kelly.
Off the play fake, Rodgers. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Steelers first down. A gain of 14. And the Steelers first down.
Jim! Zoom. Take the goal right!
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Couldn't take the chance. They're going to return it from the goal line. Now an opening has the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
First and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
Ready? 18, Pioneer. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. Now he takes off. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
First down. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
They'll motion over Samuel.
Mustang 19. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. Into space. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dreams. A pick 6 for touchdown. And they extend the lead. The
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. As it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
To kick off for Pittsburgh.
And we are underway at Allegiant Stadium. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Right out of the gates, here's Smith. His throw incomplete.
Intended for
Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Short throw caught by Bowers. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Out of the gun, Smith. That would complete to Trey Tucker. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Raiders first down. 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Smith now to throw. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Smith throwing again. A quick throw there is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Gino now to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Touchdown! Trey Tucker, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Raiders 7, Steelers 0. Daniel Carlson to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that's going to be short of the landing zone. It doesn't make it there, so that means the ball's going to come out to the 40. Looking to put a drive together. Warren will try the right side. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Adam Butler there on the tackle.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
It's a gain of 20. First down.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Catch is made by Metcalf. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. DK Metcalf, 39 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. 7-7, our score after 1. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the gun, here's Smith. Open man down the field. It's Bowers. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Throwing now is Gino. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, they can repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
First carry for Kenneth Gainwell. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So a bold call, but this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Rodgers going to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Gainwell. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Now Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
A gain of 9 yards.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
First down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Steelers.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now run straight ahead with Warren. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Got his man, it's Warren. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
23-yard line.
To throw, it's Rodgers. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Daniel Carlson to kick off.
Set and ready to go for the 2nd half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
At the 31-yard line.
Running left is Roy. And he'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33.
Well, they're hoping that the second half was better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Rodgers now to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's good for a Steelers first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A handoff for Warren. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
He was brought down.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Throwing is Rodgers. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Able to avoid it at the 40. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
A gain of 20.
They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
Steelers first down. It's a gain of 20.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's caught on the right side of Smith. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. And again, it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Hey, take 26.
Now it's Rodgers. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Rodgers to throw once more. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Touchdown, Calvin Austin from 4 yards out. And the Steelers have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Boswell for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Next to score, Steelers 14, Raiders 7. Chris
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. returner down to a knee. This will come out to the 35-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And a Raider first down. First and 10 at the 40.
First down, it's Genty. He's going to be stopped at about the 37. He's brought down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's second and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Once again, it's Genty. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Steelers' 5. 52 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first and goal. Gino going to hand it to Genty. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
He was brought down at the 4-yard line.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Second down, goal to go.
13
Genty is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
And goal.
Third and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Smith's going to throw it. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Smith to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers from 6 yards away. And the Raiders are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Smith. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Steelers 14, Raiders 13.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
The kickoff for the Raiders.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations. They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
319.
To throw is Rodgers. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
39-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Las Vegas.
It's a venue in a city that's seen more NFL history than just about anyone else. Welcome to Lambeau Field in the heart of Green Bay. Straight ahead is what should be a very entertaining matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Green Bay Packers.
Brendan McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
Here's Brandon McManus to get this one going. And away we go from Wisconsin. Calvin Austin on the return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
On the return. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Jalen Warren. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Able to be caught by Adam Thielen. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Steelers have a first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
First down. Here's Rodgers. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Quay Walker in to pick it off. And the Packers take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. And look at the opportunity they've now got at the very start of this game, Brock. All thanks to the interception on that opening possession.
Yeah, they love to say that a running game is a quarterback's best friend, but right next to that bestie is a defense that can take the ball away for you.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Ready?
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. They're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offensive confidence.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. First time this game they've looked to him. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. Ran into a wall that time. A couple of guys able to hold him right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down now.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
Yellow.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Shit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time the plant was closed.
Ready up.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it.
Here we go. 6. Mega. 52 blue. Claws red. Strike it. Strike it. Set.
Love throwing on 4th. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers parlay the interception into points. Christian Watson with the touchdown.
It's an old... Gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Get him the ball early and put a fear of God into this defense.
Brandon McManus on for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Steelers nothing. Brandon McManus to kick off for Green Bay.
On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, here comes Austin.
Well, that's the case of either overthinking things or somehow not thinking enough on that kickoff return. You got to think the 20-yard line is worst case. Instead, the coverage team sticks them with a really long field ahead.
To the air on 1st down. Rodgers makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds. It looks like he came down on that sideline.
You know, Kate, that's one of those instances where you try to walk that tightrope on the sidelines. Problem is, on a throw that far down the field, that is so hard to do, so difficult. I love the effort, just couldn't quite find the execution.
On second down, Warren. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Rashawn Gary with that tackle.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on third down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting the drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
319.
Heads out on the bootleg. Gets it downfield on target to Metcalf. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. So 20 yards on that play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Pittsburgh.
358.
They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Warren running between the tackles. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
He's going deep. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
Rodgers going to throw here, 3rd down. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And Kubrick takes it away. So their second drive ends just the way their first one did, Brock. And if you are the coach down there, man, you've got to be fuming.
Yeah, so frustrated, right? 2 drives in, you still can't get your game plan at all. Not a series you're going to keep ending prematurely. You don't want to be playing behind schedule right from the start of the game, which is exactly where they found themselves.
Going deep here for the end zone. And oh, he got it! Interception! Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And the Steelers are finally tackled after a big return. They're going to have the football beyond their own 30 following the turnover. First down now, ball at the 33. Off the play fake. Here's Rodgers. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. Second down.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
So still 10 to go on second from the 33-yard line. Rodgers from the gun.